fun game, a fun locker room. A lot of guys got an opportunity to play, but I think the biggest thing for us is we got better. Our goal today was to, first of all, really show some maturity and challenge them on Monday. You know, obviously it's a game that you're supposed to win and all that type of stuff, but showing some maturity for our preparation process and really trying to take the week to teach a lot of young guys on our team about how we handle ourselves and how we do things regardless of who the opponent is. And I just thought the guys really bought into that and played well. And fun to see so many guys play well. I think we played 111 guys, which was a blast. And I think the record was 94. So we shattered that. So 111 guys got in the game. And so a lot of fun and good momentum going into this week, another road game heading up there to North Carolina. So got an open date after that. So I just like where our team is right now. We're healthy. You know, we were able to hold Ross today, which was good. He was ready to go, but he's been battling a little bit of a hip flexor, and so we kind of we were going to try to hold him if we could, and but he was certainly ready to go. So that just, I think, really helps us, and he can have a full week of practice. And so a lot of good stuff out in the game today. He ran the ball well, and good to see Will Spires have the 64-yarder there. And then, you know, the second half, as we subbed so many guys defensively, to see the guys continue to play well was great. And you know, so I told them at halftime that they were going to play and they were going to get exposed if they didn't know what they were doing, because they were going to play. So I thought the guys were ready to go. They were excited, and the other guys did a good job of challenging them on the sideline. So awesome crowd, just an unbelievable environment. You know, sellout, and just a beautiful night for college football. And again, a game that I think we got better as a team and achieved the objectives that we were trying to achieve in this game. And again, good momentum heading into this week.
Was it hard to manage 110 guys going on and off the field? What are the logistics of that, as opposed to saying 70 guys?
Organized chaos. Yes. You know, I mean, you know, we practice with all those guys, so it gets a little crazy there in a couple situations when we're trying to just kind of get some guys in the game. And one kid just got cleared like 2 days ago. I think we threw him in there at right tackle. So he got in the game, which, you know, it's just cool. I mean, you got a lot of guys that can say they played for the Tigers, and nobody can ever take that away from them. And I just think that's what it's all about. A lot of guys that work really, really hard that don't get a chance to play or play much. And for them to be rewarded for their hard work and to have a chance to go play in a setting like that is pretty special. And to see their teammates support them is really cool. It was awesome to be able to get Chase in there early. You know, that was something we wanted to do too. If we could just kind of get control quick, we wanted to get Trevor out early and get Chase in the game. We're, you know, still, you know, somewhat of a game, and see him really play. And I just thought he did an awesome job, and then that allowed Tyson to get most of the second half and, you know, get his most extensive playing time as well. So got a chance to get all those backs in there, and good to see Micah Dukes. You know, Ches got his big one up in Syracuse last week, and then Dukes busted one. I think he was excited to finally get an opportunity, so he got one. And you know, ETN was very efficient early in the game, and Lin J. So just a lot of good things. You know, a lot of good momentum coming out of it. Got to play all those tight ends and all the wide outs and all those OL. And got all the D line in there. And, we got pick six. So that was fun to see, and you know, handled you know what little adversity we had. We responded to that too.
You mentioned earlier in the week that 32 was a worry for you guys to running back, and they seemed to. If there was one area they seemed to have the game in tonight was running the football.
Yeah.
Gave you guys something to look at. When you go back and look at the film, what were you guys diagnosed there with the guys?
Yeah, I thought they did a nice job. You know, they ended up with 153. So as I said coming into it, I thought this was easily the best rushing football team we had seen to this point with their scheme. But also their personnel. I mean, I don't know if you were on the field, saw them line some big old dudes in that offensive line, big, physical, and then they're well coordinated, and then that back is he's what you want as a zone runner. I mean, he's patient and he's thick, and he's when he gets downhill, he's bringing it. So it was a big boy pad game. So there will be a lot that we can learn from. It's going to make us better. But they did. They dented us a little bit in the first half. But I thought second half, I thought we did a nice job, and I thought our backup guys did a good job of going in there, and we were able to pressure them a little bit and kind of some pressure their run some, and that was effective for us. But it'll definitely be a good tape for us to teach off of, and I'm anxious to watch it. But we just didn't set the edge well a few times. I don't think we fit a few things right. There was probably a couple of times where maybe we just weren't quite as physical as we needed to be. I mean, I'm sure I'll see all those things when I watch the tape, but all in all, I thought we got better, as the game went. But definitely a good tape for us, because formation-wise, scheme-wise, they did some good stuff that'll help us.
How enjoyable is a game like this for you as a head coach? I mean, you don't have to sweat it out. And I know all you coaches, you're always worried about what could possibly go wrong, but your guys came out and really took care of business tonight. Yeah,
it was very enjoyable. I'm proud of them, man. That's what I was looking for. Just, again, maturity as a team and identity of, okay, hey, we show up. It never should be about when or where we play. It's always about how you play. And I just thought our guys, they were ready. They were excited, and just took control right out of the gate. I think we had a 3 and out, and then scored 2 plays, and just boom, boom, boom. And so was able to get a lot of the guys the playing time that they needed, but get a lot of guys out too. And so just the mindset that they had, again, the leadership and the readiness was good for me to see. I think that's what I was looking for and what we saw. And then again, being able to play so many guys, that's going to benefit us.
Coach, when you're looking at a game like this where you're able to get it in hand pretty early on, what is it that you're looking for specifically when you know it's time to pull that first string? Is that something that you kind of decide before the game, or do you let the game itself dictate when it's time to put the second stringers in?
No, I mean, you certainly let the game play out. I mean, you don't know how the game's going. It's got to happen. But we was pretty quick that they were overmatched, and so once we got control of it, then it was about, we did some selective subbing. In the second half, we did some wholesale subbing, and just challenged them. Hope you've been paying attention, because if not, again, if they score, guys. I don't care. You're going to be exposed, and we're going to hold you accountable. So I'm not going to be running guys out there in the fourth quarter. You better be ready to play. And so I just thought they responded, and I thought they went out and they did a nice job. And you saw a lot of good guys. You saw Landon Zanders go out there and make a big play. I guess that goes down as a sack. So it was awesome. Just a lot of guys getting an opportunity to do a bunch of good stuff. And got a bunch of guys in on that D-line, and got all the backers in the game. Jake, good to see Jake make. I think he had a big TFL. And Spector's getting better and better. Kane, McGuire, all those guys. Jalen Phillips, Booth. They all got an opportunity to get in there. Sheridan. So it was good.
Do you like that you were able to get in, got out some momentum and confidence?
Yeah. And so we kind of went to our second group pretty quick at wideout, and it was good to see him. He took a screen and made a big play. He's a hard guy to tackle, and then obviously had a nice play down to the goal line, almost got in, and then the big catch over on their sideline was a great throw by Chase. Really kind of put it up there and let him run under it, and he did a nice job with his release and getting free. But yeah, he's a guy that he's going to continue to show up, throughout the season. He's just going to get better and better. And there's going to be games where games going to be tight and things like that, and he's a guy that I know we'll be able to count on in those current situations as they come.
What's your comfort level with Chase Bryce when you keep it on?
I mean, I think we got the 2 best quarterbacks in this league. I really do. I mean, if that answers your question. So I got great comfort. I mean, I think he's as good as I really do. I think those 2 guys can play for anybody. Really talented player.
You know, you got to look at the film, but it's just a flash of what you saw of Tyson today and what he did.
He did a nice job. You know, you saw some things that he can do with his legs, and he was a little amped up. You know, threw that one almost into the bleachers through the goalpost. I was like, holy cow! You know, he just literally chunked it a mile. So I think he was just a little jacked, but he hadn't really had extensive playing time. So it was good. And the pick, he was trying to hit the inside guy, and he just threw it high, and it sailed over and missed that guy, and then the other guy ended up getting the ball. But he did some nice things. You know, he really understands the plan. He gets it, and he's a dynamic guy, and he's just going to get better and better. So it was just a lot of fun to see him be able to go out there and play and get some opportunity. He even got on McClure in there at the end. You know, here's a kid that tore his ACL at the Cotton Bowl. You know, out there in the dome, getting ready for, he's just a scout team quarterback, tears his ACL. You know, for him to work his way all the way back from an ACL and have an opportunity to get in a game, that's just really cool.
You mentioned a lot of guys getting opportunities. What's it feel like as a dad to see Drew get his?
Yeah. Drew got in there. Drew got, he got a chance to get. I think he got in there pretty early. Robbie put him in there pretty early on the hold, maybe second quarter or so, because they wanted to get him in there, and so he got to hold and did a good job there, and he had I think he had one catch and did a good job, so it was fun. Will had a nice game. Obviously, he messed that punt return up, and he just tried to do too much, and he don't hardly ever drop the ball. That's why he's back there, and that's a classic example of just trying to do too much, and that's a definite fair catch situation right there, unless it's just a bad, terrible punt, and so he'll learn from that. But he came back and handled one, and I thought it should have been a penalty probably, fair catch, and then had a couple catches too. So it was a good productive day. But yeah, I was happy for Drew. He redshirted last year, and see him get an opportunity to get in there, it was fun. And several guys. We got a lot of Carter Grooms got an opportunity. And Will Brown, and those guys are good players. Just don't get a lot of opportunity, but it's good to see them take advantage of it when it comes.
Yeah, 109 players have dressed.
Is that a teachable moment with DK, the personal foul?
Yeah, I mean that's just unacceptable, and it's you got to walk away from that. It doesn't matter, what the other guy's doing. I'm not worried about the other guy. I'm just worried about our guy, and so definitely. That was a costly penalty and avoidable. Again, emotions are high, but you just gotta walk away. And definitely a teachable opportunity for him.
Of the 109 players you guys dressed, were any of the guys you had to pull off the bench to sit them inside to get dressed to play?
Well, we played 111, so
Of the 111, then were you like in street clothes or in sweats?
Oh, no. Everybody was dressed. Only guys that couldn't play, we got a few ineligible guys on the roster, and then a couple of hurt guys. Blake Vincent was out, and of course we held Ross, and that's really about it. I think we got most everybody else in there. We even put Herbstreit. We even put Herbstreit, Jake, who plays corner. We threw him out there at wide out because we weren't going to get back on defense. So he's the two-way Herbstreit. He's running out there, and they were like, "What are you doing coming in here?" That was funny. I was like, just go out there and be a wide out. You'll be all right. It was good.
What does it say about your program where you have a guy like Trevor Lawrence who only plays 3 offensive series, but then is so so good on the sidelines to support his teammates and not get a lot of numbers and stuff?
Well, I mean, again, that's just who we are. We want to beat the opponent, but we don't want to embarrass anybody. I mean, that's not the objective. Obviously, we could have scored 100 points if we leave Trevor Lawrence out there, and he could have had all kind of stats and could be written up for the Heisman this week. But we ain't interested in that. We're just interested in winning the game, and trying to win with class, and not get anybody hurt and those type of things. Grow our team. So I thought he did a great job again right out of the gate. A nice couple plays and nice couple drives, and So it was good to be able to get him out. And I don't think he touched the ground all night, and that was good with me.
Did you get to spend time with Will Huey this week?
Well, we talked on the phone and text back and forth, and it was good to get a chance to really finally meet him and talk to him, and got a chance to meet his wife. Kath came out and met his wife and his little boy Eli. So it's a great family. You know, I told him after the game, just stay the course. You know, he's on the right track. They're going to get it going there. He's about the right things, and you know, a class guy. I think you know, again, one of the bright young coaches in this business that's got a bright future.
Anything new on Vincent's knee?
No, you know, his I don't know what they actually call it, but he just his kneecap popped out in practice. So they got to decide. Probably be this week sometime. Probably decide if they can just brace it and he can play with it, or something that he's gonna have to have surgery. I don't know. So still kind of up in the air on that.
Matt Bobcourt showed his mean streak again tonight, taking that safety down into the end zone and burying him. Talk about Matt and what he brings to this team.
Yeah, Matt's he's what you're looking for in the offensive line. He's a great player. I'm super glad we got a lot of those guys that you're seeing play a little bit. You know, because I mean, you're gonna lose. It's nice to know when you lose John Simpson, you've got a guy like Bockhorst that's going to be stepping in there ready to go next year with a lot of experience. And the same thing with Cade Stewart, the same thing with Chandler, and the same thing with Blake. You know, Blake's a talented player for us. So we got a good group. And Putnam, you know, he got a lot of experience tonight. He's a guy that'll get some experience all throughout the year. So again, you're losing some really good guys, and to know that you got a bunch of guys like that that'll be able to plug in there with Carmen. Jordan McFadden. It'll be a good group next year. You know, we're gonna lose 4 really good players, but we'll have a really good group ready to go, and then a good signing class coming in.
What do you think of Lynn J sort of jumping over the top like that? Coach Elliott was saying it's kind of a lost art for him.
I think he's been dreaming of doing that for a while. It's just been about when he could get the opportunity to do it, and that was one of those where I think he knew he was going to get the ball, and you know, he looked like he had trampolines in his shoes. I mean, he just shot up the air, but he was excited. He's a ball of energy and very competitive. It was a great play. That's all I can say. I mean, I used to see that all the time. You know, back in the day, you'd see Bo Jackson over the top and Herschel Walker and all those guys. You know, that used to be Major Ogilvy and Tony Nathan back in the day. They'd jump over those piles and. You know, and they you got away from that over the years. So, Lynn J, bringing it back. Old school.
Did you ever think you'd be a part of a movie?
Did I ever think I'd be a part of a movie? Not necessarily. I mean, I've had a lot of people ask me, you know, who's going to play me in the movie. I've had that question many times, but me personally in a movie, not really. But like the lady asked me tonight, she's like, she asked me that question, did you ever? And I'm like, well, she said, are you sad you're not in the movie or something like that? I'm like, we're in the movie. We're standing right here. I'm here, you're here, they're making a movie, we're here. We're a part of it. So it was kind of neat. I actually stood there for a second when I was walking off at halftime and just kind of watched them come down the hill. It was wild. I assume it went well at run plays and stuff in the field.
Yeah.
It's not like regular plays. It's like they have it set up mid-play.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
oh,
they
okay.
put him in a position and put him in pause, and then they would drop a flag and let him play out from there.
Oh, okay.
The funny part was watching the Ray swap places.
Huh.
They would, like, the one guy would make a tackle, and the real Ray would go jump in. And
Our
take over.
Ray?
No,
Like the real Ray?
the actor Ray, then they had a double for him.
Oh, okay. You know, Corey Crawford was one of the players.
Oh, wow.
You remember Corey Crawford?
Yeah.
Yeah, he popped up at practice the other day. I'm like, what are you doing here? And he's like, I'm in the movie. So that was pretty cool. So he was one of them. Yeah, pretty neat. That was pretty neat.
We were wondering when he would have subbed in the fake Ray tonight.
Yeah, it was great.
Coach, now I'm curious, who would you want to play you in the movie?
Oh, that's easy, Matthew McConaughey. I've said that many times. I've said that many times. He might be a little busy. He's a Longhorn, So he'd be my top choice for sure. Tom Cruise too short.
All right.